This is how I practice as a self-taught artist. I draw often. I draw a lot actually. I try to draw every day. Not as much as I can, but I draw before bed and a little bit at work if I have the time. Just 5 minutes there and 5 minutes there. It will help very much, I think. I even bought a tiny sketchbook so I can bring it with me in my pocket, so I can draw even more and become even better. And also, what I do is I try to copy different styles. I try to copy maybe an artist I like, or his or hers painting and drawing, general artwork. And I try to, I don't know, to kind of not emulate them, but try to take specific elements and implement them into my own art. Another practice that I do is drawing from life, and this is a really big one. It's they say that drawing from life is the best teacher because it forces you to see everything from your perspective, like 3D, and all the shapes, all the shadows and lightning. It's easy to draw from a photograph, but drawing from life is even harder, and you will get so much benefits from doing it. You can you can make like a still life scene with fruit and a bowl, or you can just draw random stuff like your couch or your chair, something in the house or something outside the house. It's a really great practice. I encourage you to try. I do it sometimes if I'm on vacation or just bored, and it really helps. The next point will be values and rendering, or shading if you want. This one is really the key if you want to draw realistic, because everything is made up of shadows and it needs to be light enough and dark enough. In the beginning, my drawings were kind of too light. I didn't have too many shadows, or it was just too light in general, and it looked pretty bad, almost like a rough sketch. And as soon as I realized, by studying other artworks or artists, I it was pretty clear that I didn't know what I was doing. So I try to implement that every day. It's a game changer when you find out that this is really the key to realistic drawing, if that's your thing. It's something that I like myself. Just push the values, as they say. That means add more shadows, add more darkness, use the 8B pencil more. Or yeah, like they say, the art teachers, they encourage students to start with charcoal, because it's really easy to get it dark, and it's easy to use, it's easy to erase, and it's a fast medium. And also specifically because of the darkness in the charcoal, so you can't really go wrong with it. You should start with charcoal and then move on to graphite. It will help you a lot more with seeing the shades and the values and the rendering. Another thing that I do is I study a lot. I study drawings and paintings that I find fascinating and beautiful, gorgeous, cool, dark, whatever. Whatever intrigues me, and whatever I find awesome, I will look into, and I will try to figure out how they did it and what kind of methods they use, techniques. For example, J.C. Leyendecker, he's famous for his brush strokes in his paintings. It's all this, and also Andrew Loomis. If you have read his books, you can see in his drawings, the way he hatches is absolutely beautiful. It's stunning. So I've been studying his drawings and just random paintings in general. It's so much out there. Another way of practicing is using different mediums. It's not always graphite pencil, but you can use whatever. You can use charcoal, you can use color pencils. That's what I do. I try to do a little bit of everything. I don't think it's necessary. It's just something that I like to do. I can't really stick to one thing. I need to do a lot and it's kind of too much sometimes, frustrating. And also alcohol markers and acrylic paint, that's something that I enjoy working with. I haven't tried oil paint yet, but in the future I definitely will. But as of right now, it's only or more or less graphite and alcohol markers, I think. So that's really fun to not only use only graphite or charcoal, but also color is really vibrant and cool. And you need, if you want to get good, you need to know how to blend colors and color theory. You know, it's a different beast than only drawing with graphite. And graphite is something for itself. You know, it's like you need to learn hatching, cross hatching, stippling, blending, shading, rendering, you know, all that kind of jazz. And there's so much you can do with just one pencil. In my when I draw with my sketchbook that I have with me on the go, I only have a mechanical pencil, and that's with HB lead. That's like, well, it's only one pencil, but it's hard enough to make lines, and it's soft enough to shade or, you know, rendering in general, and that's really good to practice with, in my opinion. So different mediums is really fun, and in that way I make sure that I don't get sick of doing the same thing over and over, because you know, I was born in June, I'm a Gemini, so I'm kind of all over the place. I can't just use one thing, I need to do it all or almost all. So that's just how I practice as a self-taught artist, and I still get better every day. Maybe not 2%, but at least 1%. Kind of depends on how I practice deliberately, but I try to do it every day.